Hey guys, so as you can tell, it's getting super windy here today. We are potentially getting hail or a bad storm. Again, who knows? It was like drought, and then now we just keep getting storm after storm after storm after storm, and tornado warning after tornado warning after tornado warning. So anyways, the garden is coming along. Things are actually growing. I am so excited. So we have officially gotten rain, which is amazing, and obviously because we did a cover crop of oats for our grass, which after this rain it's actually coming up in spots, which is amazing. So it clearly just needed way more moisture than it was getting, obviously, and even more than like what I was putting the sprinkler on, but it just was not, it was not enough for how dry it truly was deep down. Even when I was like digging and transplanting trees, it was so insanely dry so far down, like it was just horrible. So and then we tilled the garden, and so some of the the oats are coming up, and actually some grass now too, ironically. But the potatoes are starting to come up, and so are the radishes and lettuce, Swiss chard, and I'm not sure. The carrots actually I got planted first, and I did a row of like regular carrots and then a row of the colorful rainbow carrots, whatever they are, and neither of them are coming up. So I might have to reseed them. I'm not sure, because I tried to dig in and I couldn't really find anything. So I'll see what happens. Did 2 rows like right here, and I don't know. I mean, I know that the carrot seeds are pretty small, but I can't really find or see any of them, and nothing is like starting to pop through. However, my idea, I need to maybe get more carrots seeds for the garden. Even though it'll be late, we might at least get something small. And if I water the heck out of it, maybe it'll turn out to be worth it. So I am going to either, hopefully they come up, or I'll have to just reseed them like right away. And my idea for doing the sunflower kind of perimeter to do a bit of a wind block, the sunflowers are starting to come up. I got like the mammoth sunflowers. So I would have ideally liked to have gotten them in earlier, but hopefully they still come up, and hopefully they still grow. And then I did corn on the one side as well as kind of a windbreak. I would ideally like to plant more, but we'll see how that all works out. So I will show you kind of what's going on here. And I don't know if you can see, so I started like raking and hoeing these rows, as you can tell, because you can see the rows, and it's cleared, and I have to just weed out the oats a little better, especially in the rows, because it's starting to come up. But what is super exciting is that my grass paths are actually working. So I think it's actually going to turn out how I want it to. It just might take some time, and it probably is going to take a year or two of me trialing and erroring and getting this right. And obviously next year I'm not going to like till where the grass is going to go. I'm just going to leave those rows as grass and then till the other areas. So this is the grass. It's coming through. I'm so excited. So it's all actually coming. Obviously you can see like the oats in there, but the actual grass is coming through. Hopefully it comes through thick enough. If not, I'll have to just add more grass seed and topsoil and see if that helps and works. But it is working. And then the apple tree is amazingly actually surviving in the wind. Some of the leaves do look a little bit sad, but there are actually apples growing on it. So we have two apples, so I'm super excited. And okay, I realized that it is called a Candy Crisp apple. Candy Crisp apple is actually growing and coming. We actually have apples, which is beyond exciting. I got this Candy Crisp apple tree for $100, which is pretty good considering like it's a tall tree. It is the tallest tree in our yard, and the greenhouse that I got it from actually provided like a kind of like a warranty or guarantee, I guess. So if it doesn't survive the winter, I can go back and share that with them. Hopefully though it does. It's gotten so much water, and I'm going to mulch it in the wintertime. This apple tree is like my garden baby, so I am determined to make it work. So yeah, I'm super excited that there's apples, but definitely you can like see on the leaves that they're like Like it's obviously like, it wasn't used to being in the wind, so it's gonna have to get used to being in the wind. I'm going to have the most hardy wind approved trees in the world, I think. So hopefully it all works out, but I think it's gonna do really, really good. And as you can see then, the grass is like, it's coming everywhere. Like you can actually see like all along here. So the paths are turning out. So as you can see, if I walk like further away this way, you can kind of see how the paths are all the way that way. The apple tree's in the middle, and then there will be like a bench there to sit on, and paths going, I don't know how to use my hands on the camera, but that way and this way, and it'll turn out amazing, I think. And hopefully everything continues to grow. Okay, there, now that I've kind of got it cleaned up a little bit, obviously the grass and everything is patchy, but it'll come, stay tuned to see if it succeeds or not. But if you've been wondering what the heck my plan is, I feel like my plan is much easier to see now that I'm like getting it cleaned up and weeded, and you can see all the boundaries. So I made sure that this whole area would be wide enough to do with a lawnmower, because I didn't want to be having to mess around with just like a tiny little lawnmower only for this one area. And I am very excited that the potato plants are coming. Some of the potatoes are ones like Yukon Gold that I bought, and then others are leftovers that I had from my parents' farm that I kept over the winter that we just didn't end up using. So I kept those as seeds and cut them up and planted them. Now, a lot of the stuff I planted in kind of like the curved rows to go with like the middle circle around the tree, but the potatoes I ended up just doing in straight lines, because I spent a lot of time watching how to grow potato videos, and I am learning all the tips and tricks, and that just seemed like the easiest and simplest way to do it. But the one guy in the video said that even when like the plant is coming up like this, and you like you're supposed to even continue hilling it, even if it's just like coming up like this, and just continue hilling it so that the plant doesn't focus on growing just the leaves and the actual like stem, but it actually grows the potatoes underneath. So I'm going to listen to this YouTuber, and hopefully he is right, and all the potato tricks that I learned work, so that we have like a huge potato harvest, because that would be amazing. Okay, and then the other thing is that I planted these are all the green ash. Yes, these are all green ash. So I planted another row of green ash, and then way out there, like, I don't know if you can see in the video or not, there's like another row of green ash all along there, and I mulched it, and so it's like one big row of hay, basically old hay that I used to mulch that entire row. And I put those trees close together. Like, we needed a serious windbreak, and I don't care what anybody says. I know that in shelter belts you're supposed to like do it perfectly, like 8 feet apart, blah blah blah, but like I need a full-on shelter belt like the bush. So that's what I'm going for. That is what I am doing. And then along this row I planted the green ash, and I had to put like these bamboo sticks with them to make sure that no one would mow over them. They're doing pretty good though. They're doing not too bad, considering they are like only 1 or 2 years old, and like the leaves are coming, but they are supposed to be a very hardy, fast growing tree. So I got the Okanese poplar and green ash, and they are by far going to be doing the best, and they can grow like 4 feet in a year. So hopefully that's the goal. The other update that I have for you is the sweet pea / morning, I'm going to just call it the PTP, but around the PTP, if you saw in my video, I planted morning glories and sweet peas and then regular peas. So things are actually coming up here too. So the peas, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the peas are coming. Some are actually fairly, like, this one's growing pretty good. I already attached it to the like netting that I put around the sweet pea teepee. So hopefully it just starts to climb and grows and attaches, and this whole thing, the idea is for this whole thing to be covered. So there are a couple spots where I might have to plant a couple extras, and maybe it'll be too late for it to grow, but maybe it won't. So anyways, that is today's update. I will see you later.